Hi everyone, welcome to a part 3 of custom management command in Django. In the previous two videos, we have seen how to create a custom management command and then how to add arguments into that. In this one, we are going to take it to a next level where we are going to import a CSV file and then populate the data from the CSV file into our models. Before getting started, make sure to subscribe to our channel because in the next video, I'm going to show you all how to export data from model to CSV file. So now let's get started. This is our import cars CSV. This has two cars, manufacturer and the car name, manufacturer and the car name. We are going to import this, okay? And in order to do that, we are going to go to demo, that is our app name. In that management and under that commands, we are going to create a new file called as import cars. It should be under commands. So I'm going to say import underscore cars.py. First, let's create our management command and then we'll see how to import the CSV file. Yeah, so for that, we are going to import the base command and that will come from django.core.management.base import base command. And I'm going to create our class called as command, and it is necessary to be of the same name, base command. I'm going to write help text import cars CSV and create data. In order to import a CSV file, we have to give the path of that CSV file into our terminal. So for that, we need an argument. So that is what I'm going to do. Def add arguments, and this will take in self and parser, and I'm going to say parser dot add argument, and I'll call it as car files. Let me fix the spelling, and the type of this will be str because that is what we are going to copy paste the path of the file, okay? And I'm going to say help text cars file CSV, and then I'm going to create our handler. So def handle, this will be called as self args and keyword args, and we are going to check the length, okay, of before that, let's import one more thing over here, and it will be called as system. So that is what we are going to import, and please follow this format because this is important. We have to check the length of system.argv, and if it is not equal to 3, that means there is some error and we have to print the error. Basically, we will do print import file issue, and from here we are going to do system.exit. So our invalid case is handled. Now let's handle our valid case. That is when user successfully imports the file. Okay, so what should happen is we'll create a function called as import cars and we'll pass in that. So system.argv, and we'll pass in the second one. That is where the file will consist of. And then we'll print successfully imported the cars. Okay. I'm sorry about that because I am jumping from Mac to Windows to Ubuntu, so that is why this issue is coming. By the way, if you don't know, I'm using this new keyboard. If you want to buy this keyboard, make sure you use our affiliated link given in the description below. This will help the channel to grow. I'll be bringing the keyboard video soon. So now let's jump back into the code. Over here, we'll create our import function, that is import cars, and for that we require two new, let's say, imports. Yeah, and I'm going to do those imports now. So import CSV is one thing, and then we also require our model. So from it should be demo.models import our car model. And over here we are going to write our function import cars, and this will have cars file in hand, and over here we'll directly open the cars file, okay? So it will be called as CSV file, and this will say open, pass in the car file, that is file name, and I'll say errors as ignore, okay? And then over here we are going to use the reader. So reader will be CSV.reader, and we are going to pass in the CSV file. CSV file is equal to CSV file. You can ignore this, it doesn't really it doesn't matter. And now we are going to create a for loop, okay? And in for loop we can iterate over the rows of the CSV file, and we can access them. So what we'll do is again do bulk create, okay, instead of creating it like in for loop. So to do bulk create, we are going to create our cars list over here. So car list, and this will be empty list, car list, and we are going to have for car in reader, and this will be enumerate reader, okay. And now over here we are going to do car list dot append, and over here we are going to use our car and fill in all the data. So this has model name. Why I'm not sure why the IntelliSense is not really working. If you go to CSV file, you see first is the manufacturer and second is the model name of the car. So let's do like that. Manufacturer will be, let's say this as row because that is what it is and not car. Manufacturer will be row 0 and model name will be row 1. Now once we come out of the for loop, right, we can do car.objects.bulk create, and we are going to pass in this list. Let's quickly revise what we have done. We have imported all these imports, then we have gone and created our first class called as command, provided this help text, then added a new argument called as car files, or actually it should be car file, and it is of the type string with the help text as this. Then we have created our handler, we have done the validation, and if there is any error, it will throw an error and exit. After that we have called this function, and then after that we have printed this, and in the function we have received the file, opened that file, then gave it to the reader and iterated over the file. And in order to do bulk create, we have this list, and in that we are appending the data of this type format. And once we exit out of the for loop, we do bulk create. So that is what we have done. Now let's try to run this, okay. Before that, let me show you all how many data we have previously so that you all understand this really works, okay. List, let me go inside the src python manage.py run server. I better open it directly. Localhost 8000, and if we go to cars over here, we can see there are 1 2 3 cars in total, okay. And now we have 2 cars over here. Let's try to import them. I'm going to stop this, let me clear, and we'll do is python manage.py import, and I type in imp and press tab, and that completes this. And over here we have to pass in the path of this file. I'm going to right click on this, and I'm going to say copy path, and I'm going to paste it over here, okay. I have done is right click on this, copy the path, main path, and not the relative path, the main path, and then I'm going to paste it over here, and we'll press enter. I'm sorry about that, there is spelling mistake, and it should be management, management, okay. That should fix it. Let me clear this. We'll go on, we'll like bring this up again, and we'll press enter, and it says successfully imported the cars. Now let's run the server again. So python manage.py run server. By the way, if you all don't know, on my other system, I use Elysis for running the servers and making migrations or even applying migrations. Let me know in the comments that if you all want to know how I do that and how I use it every day. That saves me a lot of time, and once I do set up that on this system, I will be able to use that as well, and we will be able to save a lot of time as a developer. So do let me know in the comments below that y'all want that video or not. Now let's jump back into the code and run server, and I will refresh. And there we go. Did I make some mistake? I guess so. Okay guys, I was able to figure out a small mistake that I have done over here. And when we enumerate, right, it should be ID comma the row. So that is what I had missed. Since ID was not there, I was getting a tuple, and every tuple had ID as first one, and then second one was the list or the entire data as row. Okay, so we are going to save this, And what I'll do is, let me run this. Okay. Before that, let me do one thing, clear all the unnecessary data that I created while testing this, so that you all don't get confused. Okay, I'm going to stop the server. Let me clear quickly, and then we are going to run this python manage.py import cars and give the path of the car CSV file, and then we are going to press enter, and then it says successfully imported the cars. Now let's run the server. So python manage.py run server, and we are going to go over here, refresh this page, and if we see now, we have 2 cars like with proper data. So our issue is fixed, and we were successfully able to import our CSV file and populate our database. So that is it for this video, guys. And in the next video, I'm going to show you all how to export data into a CSV file. So make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out that video. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.